Lester's having me drive the tractor. I'm pretty nervous.
Yeah, I'm nervous. He's nervous, nothing. I'm nervous. So the McCoy's driver could not drive it all the way to where he's working. So he was going to have to unload it there where he could. And now we're going to let Crandall drive it on in. Hydrostatic is the way to go on a tractor, especially for a small farm job. Maggie's leading the way. I hope it fits through there. Look at that. This kid can even drive tractors. He can drive tractors, Jamie. Poor Julio has to give his approval of everything going on around here, and he's not sure about this.
The first order of business is to build us a workbench. So Lester's got these sawhorses. I'm just going to grab a piece of wood and throw it on here, and we'll have a perfect workbench. One workbench, expertly built. Do you have a level? Wow, that actually is kind of surprising.
Remember last night Jimmy said she had to go buy all that stuff?
Yeah. I would think he would sit up there and put his eye on it and say, looks level to me. We want to make this chicken coop as nice as we can for them. And so I want to make sure things are level and they look straight. And so Lester's going to run and go get us a level real quick. And then we'll be able to start framing out kind of the shape we want. Because that way it'll actually look good.
I think if I sit here all day, I'll have an issue.
Yeah, the sun's already getting you.
It like just came through this little peep.
I think this is going to work really good. Let's draw it out for you guys. So this this is 8 feet. That's 16 feet. There is the space that we're working with. What we're thinking is basically this halfway mark here, 8 foot, come in 4 foot, go 4 foot, and then 4 foot. So this here would be actually chicken coop house. So we'll put roosts and different things like that if they want to be in the house to roost. And then this will have the laying boxes here.
And it'll have
8, I think. So that's kind of the idea. We'll see how it turns out, but I think that's gonna work really good.
Do you like how small he drew it, even though he has this entire board?
True.
So the only material that we're missing right now is a level and cattle panels.
No, see, it says it's 50 inches.
How much is 50 inches?
Oh, that's 4 foot 2 inches.
So Crandall measured their existing cattle panels to see if they'll work.
Here's the deal. We've got to build basically the open aviary here, and it's got to have cattle panels so that we can put the chicken wire up against the cattle panels to give it more strength. We'll show you guys. It'll make a lot more sense. But so I've got to figure out what that length is, because then we got to measure down off of the ceiling, and then that's where we know we can start the wall from here down. So that's kind of what we're looking at. I got to go find Lester. Look at the baby.
She's like brand new last week, like a week and a half ago.
Something like that.
Her name's Baby Indy, and that's her mama and her daddy.
Yeah.
I don't remember their names.
We got to get one. Those are cute.
They're cute. Maverick would love it.
Oh, he would. He would think it's a little puppy.
Oh, but Maverick's so soft and gentle. So.
We can make that work. you know, Jamie, your tools, I mean, they're the only ones still around. So, I mean, I know there's been a lot of bickering going on back and forth about whose tools. I mean, you know.
that happens.
Because I keep
For some reason, the pink ones don't disappear.
That's exactly right. Pink ones don't disappear,
So
and I keep mine organized.
This is very small. I don't know which one will
Hey,
serve
we
you
just
better.
doubled our lengths.
Is that okay?
Okay, just so you can see, this is what it's gonna look like. The cattle panels, and then the chicken wire, so that they can't get out.
Do you see this hole between those rolls of hay?
Yeah.
Stick your camera in there as far as it'll go and look what you find. That's the dilemma that we have around here.
We're in Texas, you know that, right? Like, there's snakes.
Stick your hand in that hole.
No, it's not.
stick your hand in that hole way up in there.
Oh my goodness.
And that is further than you can reach. So you can't pull her out. You can't get her eggs. And she's broody, so she's going to have babies in there. And we cannot control our eggs. Is that ridiculous?
That is insane.
And that happens all over the place here. You see more over here?
I mean, you guys got the perfect chicken coop.
No, that's horrible. What about when the predators come?
That's true. They can climb right in there.
And that one right
snatch
there is
'em.
our biggest egg eater. Maggie.
Look at her looking for something right
She's
now.
like,
I smell
Easter egg
eggs
hunt.
somewhere. You find that all over this thing. Just every nook and cranny, there's chickens laying eggs, which is horrible. So we can't wait to have this project done and have them a place to actually nest and lay.
Okay, so we kind of have to figure out how we're going to do this. I did the easy part first. So now I've got to figure out how to design and build this into what we want.
You're not sure what we want or how to design it?
Both. I kind of have an idea. This is always the part that takes the longest, is figuring out how to take what's in my head and put it into something.
So we're gonna build the door. Colonel has to dig a hole for
Just to kind of set it in a
the
little bit.
post. Growing up, I would, my brothers loved to play in the dirt. So I grew up with, how many brothers do I have? I got three. I got three older brothers, and then I have a younger sister. But growing up, my oldest brother loved to play in the dirt. And when I say, like, loved it, he was out there in the sandbox until he was 19 years old. And even now, like, we go to the beach as a family, and he's, like, building these elaborate sandcastles and things. So I wish, where we live in Oklahoma, there's, like, a lot of bugs in our dirt and ants and stuff. But I would love to just sit out and, like, we'd build little race cars, like race tracks for our race cars in the dirt and stuff in our backyard. And instead of having a sandbox, we would have a little dirt box.
So we have this tape measure, which we're super grateful for.
I've always wanted pink tools.
Marsha's
but
always wanted pink tools, but it only goes to 10 feet, and we need 10 feet 6 inches. So we're gonna have to, like, measure and then add 6 inches and measure again, something like that. Kind of, we're gonna figure it out.
I don't know why it doesn't go to 12 feet.
I know, right? Whoa! How did I end up being like 4 inches short?
We could blame it on the tape measure
It
or
was
your
a tape measure.
measuring skills. So did you
I
just
guess we'll
fill in the hole?
fill in the hole a little bit.
Man, he's gonna dent our metal roof. Crandall, be careful.
Don't tell Esther.
Can I maybe give you some advice?
Yeah.
Maybe turn the piece of wood so that the ugly white painted side isn't the side they see.
Now I need the drill,
It doesn't have a battery.
but it doesn't have battery either.
Doing everything
And
one-handed.
screws.
Oh, we might not have enough. There goes our sandcastle. It's new. And then the ducks are back. And if you guys have watched our channel at all, we have ducks. Our ducks are Muscovy ducks, Sean and Gus. And we don't know if Sean and Gus are boys or girls. So if you go back and watch that video, if you'll let us know. But this is what Sean and Gus will look like when they're a little bit older. Look how cute. Kendall, if we got turkeys, would you want female turkeys or male turkeys?
I'd get both. Get 3 like they got. Something like that.
Oh, so that's a beam to support the building over here. Oh, I was wondering what you were doing. Hi, Maggie. Come sit by me, girl. Hi. So I'm just sitting in my chair and Crandall asks me to look and see if that's level. It was a little bit off, so he had to redo it. And he was like, that ain't level. I'm also like blind. Like, I can barely see the lines. So something about me is I have really bad vision. I wear contacts and glasses, but I don't like wearing my glasses in public because I feel like they look like the old-fashioned Coke bottle glasses because my eyes are so bad. Is it level?
It's level now.
He fixed it. We have a problem.
She's got you trained. Okay.
Crandall, like, scare it. I mean, don't scare it, but, like, get it to leave. It was gone. When we brought the tractor in here, it left. Bye, kitty. Go play somewhere else.
This is where our laying boxes are going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and build those real quick, but we're going to do basically one here, one here, one here, one here, which this is a little tall for Jamie, so we might have to get her a little step stool to reach these. But you'll see why we're doing this kind of spacing a little bit later.
I don't think all the animals liked Crandall's noise. They all came up to see what he was doing, or they just came up for the shade. They probably came up for the shade.
We just jumped in the Ima Survivor truck, and we are headed to go grab some lunch, as well as go get a bunch more materials for the chicken coop. So we sent them a list of things that we needed, and then, Marcia, you having a hard time?
I don't know. I might need
Do you need a hand?
Thanks, love.
So we ordered a bunch of materials, but then of course when we get into a project, we always go to Lowe's 1,000 times. So thankfully, guess what? We get to go to Home Depot, which we love Home Depot, don't really like Lowe's. So when we first got married, we bought a house and closed on our house
The week we got married.
2 days before we got married. And so I had to get in there, rip out the entire interior, and rebuild the entire house in like 3 days. I didn't get it done before we got married, in case you were wondering. But we went on our honeymoon, and when we came back from our honeymoon, we went and we literally
got back Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, we got back from our honeymoon Thanksgiving Day. And then we literally from then on spent every free penny we had at Home Depot, and we would go there like every single day. Or 2 or 3 times a day. Like, it was insane. We always were going to Home Depot. So it is our favorite date place.
Yep, our first purchase from Home Depot together was a toilet.
Yeah, when we got off you guys will get a kick out of this. When we got off of our honeymoon, we didn't have a toilet. We didn't have a working bathroom at all. Like, I had ripped it out and hadn't had time to put it back in. So we got home from our honeymoon, and the first thing we did was went to Home Depot and bought a toilet.
Yeah, we actually ended up that first night home from our honeymoon. We stayed at Crandall's college apartment.
Yeah.
And slept in a twin bed because
we didn't have the house set up at all. Yeah. We didn't have a bed. We didn't have
anything. We didn't even own a bed.
Yeah.
Like, we went and bought that for a Black Friday deal.
Yeah, so kind of crazy, you know. I think we all in our life start at some point with nothing and, you know, slowly start accumulating and building things up. And woo, not having a toilet, that was a pretty crazy one. It got 1,000 degrees hotter. Holy crap, we're gonna melt out here. But thankfully the clouds are starting to roll in, so maybe we'll get some cloud cover, but oh my gosh.
We got everything else that we need. So we got spray paint, wood, more wood. Y'all, this is the fastest time we've ever been in Home Depot. And
I don't know why it was so quick.
It's because I made a list.
The longest part of a Home Depot trip is gonna be waiting in line to check out. Guys, we're so excited about this chicken coop. Like, oh, it's coming together. I cannot wait to see what it looks like.
So cool.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I was just telling Crandall that I remember being at Home Depot with him and being about this pregnant with Mav, which means I would have been due in like a few days, pretty much.
Yeah.
And standing in the back, like, behind the truck, holding the cart while Crandall unloaded the cart. We just bought like a trailer to redo, and the 70-year-old man comes up and he was like, "What, are you not gonna help him load the truck?" And I just sat there and was like, ha ha ha, like.
He had no idea apparently that she was pregnant.
Yeah, and I mean, I was big too, and I just remember being like, "I think he can handle it," and he's like, "Well, you should help," and that was it, and just walked away.
Woo! Marcy gave me directions to get back to Lester and Jamie's house, and it's taken us to 2 different wrong places. Look how pretty it is.
Oh, they have a cute little pond over how good it looks. I seriously was only gone for like 20 minutes.
So what we're doing is digging this out a little bit, and then these posts are going to go all the way down. Thankfully, these are pressure treated, so they shouldn't rot for a long, long time. And they're not getting buried. They're just getting the dirt put up to them. So we're just going to finish fencing off this side and the inside, and it's coming together. We are so excited.
Look how cute it's gonna look. It's hard to tell. It really doesn't look that cute right now. But it's gonna look great. He just flipped it back and he literally was like, we're just gonna do it this way, but it'll be harder. But I think he just doesn't want to admit that like I was right and it's an easier way to do it. So he's making it seem like it was a big deal. This is what I've done all day. Well, I spray painted these, but most of the time I just hold things. It's up! Woo!
We're making progress.
Did you hear them say woo? Oh yeah, you come over here. Yeah, you strut that stuff. It's because I strutted back at him. Remember kind of this morning when I told you I strutted at him and he strutted at me?
Oh yeah.
And then he liked me ever since then. I guess it's my own fault. I wooed him. Now he's trying to woo me. See? Jamie's been talking all morning about his girls left him, his lady friends. And I'm like, I haven't seen another turkey around here. Well, I've been looking for a male turkey, guys, for like the last 5 hours. I'm like, there is no male turkeys besides this one. The female turkeys are right there, like on the other side of the fence. Sometimes I feel just a little bit dumb, but that's okay. Don't mind me, I'm covered in sawdust. But I just told Crandall, I said, Crandall, we gotta get done for the night. These chickens, they're ready to go to bed. So currently, they're roosting up in these rafters and along the fence line. And they're all like, wow, you cannot see because of the sun. But there's a bunch of them right here. And then over here, there's like a ton sitting out. They're all just waiting to go to bed. Look what we have. We have the first one in for the night. Ready to go to bed. All of these birds, they're ready to go to bed. I stopped and talked to Jamie for like 15 minutes and look, they're all back over here. There's some up there, some over there. I really don't want to get pooped on. It's like walking through an aviary in there. He's screwing this on.
All right, we just finished up for the day. It's getting dark. We're watching the beautiful sunset over Morrow Hill.
It's beautiful.
It's so pretty.
All the animals are going to bed. We're gonna go shower. I'm
Go
gonna
change
wash
my shirt for the
hair.
third time.
My legs are pretty swollen.
Yeah, she's been standing. Well, we tried to keep you sitting most of the day, but
Standing and sitting, and I think just being outside.
just being, yeah, moving
like,
around, hot air, all of that.
Pretty swollen.
Yeah,
So
they got pretty swollen.
gotta get off of them for a few hours. I'm excited to go to bed.
Yeah, we're excited. So we're gonna close up shop here for the night, and we'll be back out here bright and early in the morning.
But we're gonna go have dinner with Jamie and Lester.
Yeah, we're gonna go have dinner with Jamie and Lester, and then tomorrow we'll be back to finish the chicken coop. We've got one more full day, and that's it. So
Yeah.
I think we're on track. But the problem is I always get into projects and I don't ever know.
The thing is we can always simplify the outside.
Yeah.
But as long as the inside is
as long
done.
as the inside's done.